this streaming stuff. Ooga booga booga. Ooga booga booga. Anyway, Top Man. Alright, come on, Top Man, let's do this. How much of this game can I beat in a minute? Come on. Let's do this. Right, go down. Alright. Jumpy, jumpy. Put in the ladder. And screw the health ups, don't need them. Screw you, Mr. Enemy. Alright, there we go. Down. Why is Dr. Wily growing weed in a spitting garden? I don't even know anymore. Why do I even record my practice sessions? Doesn't make any sense. Practice sessions. Why would anybody want to watch the practice sessions? Actually kind of cool. Come on. There we go. There we go. Wow. I cannot believe I actually did that. This is almost a tolerable run of this level. Wow. Well, it would have been slightly more tolerable if I wasn't using a turbo button, but hey. Screw you, gigantic cat thing. We don't like your kind here. Alright, there we go. Alright, come on, and jump it to the ladder. Take it to the limit. I always hate that enemy placement. That's the worst thing since everything. Alright, jump. So if anyone's watching this, practice session and stuff, I've got to say, I've been getting really into playing Dead or Alive Dimensions and stuff. And I just have one thing to say. Kokoro's third DLC outfit. Where has this been all my life? The sole reason I play as her is for the glasses. Hooray! And Top Man. Die. Die, Top Man, you don't belong in this world. Mankind still needs a Top Man such a— okay, I'm thirsty. I'm doing much better than I did on the first with a group thing that turned out to be a practice session called Top Spin. Alright. Top Spin, allow me to beat Shadow Man, please. I don't know, Mega Man 3 is kind of all over the place for me. Like, it's the one game that I have the fondest memories of, and that's just because this was the first Mega Man game I ever played to completion. Like, I have fond memories of a lot of Mega Man games, and I haven't beaten all of them yet. Like, Mega Man 8, never beaten. Mega Man 7, I've beaten. See, Mega Man Base, I haven't beaten that one yet. Haven't even played any of the Game Boy ones yet. I mean, Mega Man 3 is honestly, for me anyway, it should be the I should consider it the easiest because I beat it first, but then again, that might not mean anything. It might be more difficult to some people than Mega Man 2. Like, if I were to compare this game to, say, Mega Man 6, I had way less problems with Mega Man 6 during the LP than I had with Mega Man 3, and now Mega Man 6 is incredibly easy, while I'm understanding that this game has a couple of difficult spots. Though I still find it to be my favorite game, just... I really don't know why. It's a top spin. I've gotta have... I play this for the top spin. It's gotta be it. Okay, so trigger that parachute guy. Okay. Alright, have that guy fall down, and... No! That was anti-good! That was horrible, terrible, horrible, terrible. Terrible, horrible. Alright. Go on, top spin. Yeah, I know somebody on Chrono X that doesn't like this game, and I'm just like, dude, why not? You're the one who keeps on complaining about wanting a longer Mega Man game. This game delivered a longer Mega Man experience. This game is probably the longest classic series game. I mean, isn't that what you wanted? I mean, I still think having 8 Robot Masters from the beginning is plenty, but I mean... Then again, it's what I grew up on, I mean... Then again, it's the same person who thinks that the more recent episodes of SpongeBob are still good, and I'm just like, no. Being a SpongeBob fan like me, I was, like, I wasn't, like, huge into SpongeBob. I knew it was a cartoon and not something I should get totally worked up over, but I mean... SpongeBob was one of my favorite cartoons as a kid. I loved SpongeBob. It was such a good show. It was incredibly well written back in the old days. And then... like, the old episodes were great. The movie was fantastic. And then the newer episodes after the movie... I don't know, they ranged from tolerable to... Ugh. Honestly, I can't really enjoy that many of, the more recent cartoons anymore. Like, I like watching regular show occasionally, and My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is good. I got into this argument on DeviantArt. Yeah, I've got a DeviantArt account, as if I haven't plugged that one enough times. But this argument was... it was incredibly stupid. There was this one stamp that, and the stamp was, I laugh at fandom haters, and I posted this, like, gigantic explanation on why, like, how I hate certain franchises' fan bases, but not the franchises and stuff. And the guy who posts the stamp is just like, oh, I didn't read that, and he comments anyway, even though he didn't read that. He's replying to something that he knows absolutely, or she knows, or I don't even know I don't know what gender people are on the internet. I mean, you could be an evil robotic moose named Gregory or something. And knowing the people on the internet, I'm probably right, but I mean, I've honestly felt like I was being trolled there and stuff, because it's just like, oh, I'm not reading this, but I'm going to reply to it anyway, and I'm thinking, alright, I know you're the one who made the stamp, and I know you may not see it like this, and I definitely know you're not watching this, but I mean, that was the most ignorant thing I have ever heard, ever. It's like saying, oh, Fox News reported it, so it must be true, even though all the other news stations have a different story. But because there's one story on a news station I go for and stuff, then the news station I use must be true, and it's just like, no, you've got to check all your sources. I mean, person on the internet whose name I can't remember. You've pretty much just... I've just made myself into the biggest ass ever by going into the spikes. I didn't die to those spikes yesterday, of course. But, of course, a horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course, unless, of course, the horse, of course, is the famous Mr. Ed. Anyway, continuing on what I was talking about. Continuing on, I sound like a valley girl. Oh my gosh, I think I broke a nail. Anyway, I have to stop saying anyway, continuing on. That's the stupidest thing I could say right in this instance situation. Shut up. English is not my first language. Cat is. Little known fact, I'm actually a cat disguised as a human. Actually, that's probably incredibly well known. Wow, but anyway. There I go saying but anyway, because I have to listen to myself talk, because I'm a loud, obnoxious jerk, and I love listening to myself talk, but... Ignorance! I mean, I really was about to quote the jellyfish and just say, ignorance is bliss, I guess, but I mean... Your bookworm in a dress, but continuing... Oh god, I've got to stop saying but continuing on. This is silly. Point is, people on the internet are ignorant, and I don't know, should I actually try to post this gigantically long practice session on YouTube? I should. I should just completely uncut. Just like a half hour of somebody playing Mega Man 3 while ranting about ignorance. And the problem is with that, I mean, two other people who actually took the time to read what I said, and they're just like, you're right. You're right about that stuff, and I'm just like, well, I wasn't looking for an applause on that, but I mean, I'll gladly accept being right for a while. But I mean, seriously, what? I mean, it's really silly when somebody just replies to something without reading what they're replying to. I mean, it's kind of like the whole, oh, you didn't read the fine print in the contract thing, or, oh, you didn't read such and such passage of whatever religious text that says, I don't know, you can't have your kidney stones passed, or something. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. There are eyeball things in a pit. I'm just gonna shoot them from this distance. It's a very nice, safe distance to shoot them. Oh, wait, no. This is the level with the Yoku blocks. I always say that as if I'm surprised, but I've played this game so many times, I know which level is the one with the Yoku blocks. So I'm always kind of apprehensive about playing through Magnet Man's Mother, father, I didn't even get those power-ups. I don't even have Rush Jet. Right. Summon Rush. Jump. No, I can't even reach that. Never mind, I just screwed myself out of power-ups. Alright. Alright, luckily this game doesn't throw you too mean of a Yoki block challenge here. Jump here. Jump here. Alright, this is the one I hate. I usually just use the rush coil to skip part of it and stuff. Rush coil. So now that I think about it, I can probably, yeah. We'll just transfer from block 4 to block 6, and there we go. Alright, is this the one? This is the one I have problems with too. Okay. So I'm gonna transfer from block 1 to block 3 to block 4. Anyway, something about the discussion just kind of, I mean, I'm willing to admit that I like My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, but then again, I'm not going to White Knight it, alright? Granted, it's one of the few modern cartoons I like, but I'm not going to just praise it as the holy Jesus of cartoons. Like, honestly, I consider myself a sane fan of a cartoon with talking horses. At the same time, talking horses isn't really an original concept. I mean, it dates back to the actual toys that the show is based on, and of course it dates back to Mr. Ed, but, I mean, what doesn't? Its theme song definitely dates back to Mr. Ed, but I mean, it's hard for the Mr. Ed theme song not to involve Mr. Ed. Because a horse is a horse. Of course. Of course. And no one can talk to a horse. Of course, unless... But I mean... And it's not the only My Little Pony-based cartoon, but I'm not really going to watch the old My Little Pony cartoon. The reason why I like Friendship is Magic is simply because it's... Not only is it a... It's not that it's My Little Pony, it's just that it's surprisingly well written. But still, I just... God, I don't like those hardcore fans of it, though. Like, the people who are just like, oh, I'm a brony, and I always do this My Little Pony stuff, and I'm just like, that's nice, but I don't want to be a brony. I just want to be a sane fan. And they're just like, no, if you like it, then you have to be a brony. It's the rules, and it's just like, no, it's not the rules. I decide how much of a fan I am of something. Like, for instance, I like Mega Man. I love the Mega Man series. I really do. I love it. I love a lot of the games to death, and people are just like, oh, then you must own every game and stuff, and it's just like, no, I don't own every game. And it's just like, oh, you must like this game solely because it's Mega Man, and I'm just like, no, I like the game because it's a good game. But I'm willing to admit that Mega Man is a series that has had a lot of flaws, like... Oh god. Stupid alligator things. Leave me alone, alligators. Mega Man. This enemy's called Hammer Joe. I'm never gonna get over that. Egoraptor, you are an awesome son of a whatever you are. Like, whatever your parents were, you are their son. Hopefully, because you don't sound like a dude or girl, and you say bro too much, but I mean, or maybe you don't say bro too much, maybe you say it exactly enough. Alright, come on, you monkey motherfucker. There we go. That was incredibly delayed commentary right there, I am sorry. Alright, Hammer Joe. Mega Man, this enemy's called Hammer Joe. Alright. But, anyway. What was I even talking about? Something about Egoraptor. Damn it, monkey, you made me forget. Therefore, I must kill you with my pretty pink flowers. What? You're pink? What are you going to do? Throw a bouquet of roses at me? I forgot what this... It was... No, I want to say that's from Skittles and Bits, but nobody even remembers Skittles and Bits. Like, there used to be this thing on Newgrounds before the guy who made it went crazy because somebody didn't like his work, so he decided to put the same message as the description on all of his videos and stuff. And looking back now, Skittles and Bits wasn't exactly the greatest thing ever, but I mean, I liked a lot of skits from it. Like, it had some good ones, and there was also a big, long video that the guy did that also had a lot of skits and stuff. God, I forgot. But it had some good moments to it. Or at least I thought, but then again, I'm dumb and easily amused. I'm easily amused by shows about talking horses. Ooh. Wow. But you never thought I'd be admitting that in a YouTube video. He lied. Anyway. Alright, magnets make hard man go boom. I learned this in a webcomic. I like it when things are educational and entertaining, like Bill Nye the Science Guy. That was because, I mean, Bill Nye the Science Guy did popular song parodies and involved science into all of them, and he's the one that made learning fun. Like, I don't mind educational television, but I like it when it's presented in a good way. I liked Sesame Street because, well, the Muppets are amazing, but more on the fact that it presented everything in a nice way. And looking at, I haven't even given a lot of shows a chance and stuff, like Yo Gabba Gabba, I've never seen it. I know that one of the guys from the Aquabats is behind the show, but I mean, like the creator of the show and stuff is one of the members of the Aquabats, but I mean, and is it Aquabats or Aquabats? I can't even decide upon what accent I'm saying, or accent, yeah, bones on thighs, but God, I'm saying but anyway. That's like my response to whatever word Chugga Conroy decides to or constantly say during an LP and stuff like. Have you ever noticed that when he's doing an LP, he will just, I mean, he's noticed it certainly, but I mean, it's like when he gets to saying a certain phrase a lot and then he criticizes his overuse of that phrase. I don't know, I kind of like it when it happens. It's silly. It's a silly thing to like when Chugga Conroy gets upset at the fact that he uses a phrase over and over, but I mean, I love it when he's upset. I love it when he feels pain. He will feel the wrath of the super rad. Alright, anyway. Here I go, sing Alright Anyway again. God, Andrew, stop it. You silly fool. Alright, shoot that guy, climb up this ladder. Really, I've got a lot of these level designs down pat. It's mainly the dock levels that I have trouble with. Like, I can do some of the Wily stages easy, because honestly the Wily stages in this game aren't terribly threatening, with the exception of the second one. Mega Man 3 has difficulty in weird places, like it gets difficult in the middle of the game, and then suddenly starts getting a bit less difficult once you reach the end. Then again, there are a lot of games that have, like, that difficulty spike. Like, a lot of people will attest to the fact that, Stage 5 bosses in Touhou are harder than the Stage 6 ones. And I'm just like, you know what? Yeah. Honestly, Yomu from... God, I'm not even pronouncing that right, I bet. The sword-wielding girl, the half-ghost. Kompaku Yomu and stuff. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right, otherwise I've just offended an entire country on the internet. I'm sorry. But I found her to be much harder than fighting Yuyuko. And... I don't know. The Touhou fandom is really weird too, like... To be honest, one of the big things that I hate with any kind of fandom is just simply when certain things happen, and one of those certain things that happens in some fandoms is just when it gets out of control and people start doing fan art of it. And now normally fan art's a good thing, right? I mean, it's fan support for the show, but I mean, at the same time, it really weirds me out when fan art escalates into pornography and stuff. It's really weird when it's a children's show that has this happening. It's just crazy. Now, I'm gonna be the first one to say this, but I don't quite like it when I'm looking on a website and then suddenly I see pornography of My Little Pony. I mean, it's just incredibly weird. Alright, you know what, I'm gonna end this practice session here and, like, pick it up afterwards, because 25 minutes of practice is enough. I've got a lot of these levels down pat. It's just really the Dockman stages that I need to get through, so... Alright, this has been a practice session. Hope you guys liked it.